remember, if I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. So today I'm going to show you a trick of how to elevate the flavor of your beans stew or your habichuela guisadas, like you say in Puerto Rico. And I have here about 15 ounces of beans. You can use canned or you can use the dry one, as long as the dry ones you have them for maybe 4 hours in water. Onion, salt, sofrito. You can check the link in my description for that. 3 or 4 teeth of garlic. Some potatoes, because I want to add potatoes. I already mentioned the onions. A little bit of cilantro, just to add the island flavor and smell. Smoked paprika, pimentón ahumado, some extra virgin olive oil. And here's the trick. I have some salted pork. You can use also bacon if you don't have salted pork, but I highly recommend the salted pork. And I have some sausage. Doesn't matter the type. First thing I did, I got my caldero or my pot, and I put about 6 cups of water. Added the sausage, added the salted pork, and I'm going to cook this medium high for about 20 minutes. However, at the 10-minute mark, I'm going to add the potatoes because I want them to soften somewhat before I cook the beans. Now, this is important because what you're doing here, you're creating a broth. You're going to use this water for your beans, and at the same time, you're cooking the inside of the sausage. 10 minutes later, let me add the potatoes and let me cook everything now for another maybe 15 minutes, 10 to 15. Time to remove the meat. And let it cool down for a little bit. Now I'm going to cut the sausage in 2 rounds, okay? Do the same with the salted pork. You know, smaller pieces. So I have this pot here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a few drops of oil, just a few drops, maybe a teaspoon. Create a layer. So what you're going to do, my friends, I'm going to start with the sofrito. Link in the description. Let me put this couple notches above medium. And I'm going to add the onions. And I'm going to cook this for about a minute, maybe 2 minutes at the most. Couple teeth of garlic. Just mince it, okay? Ooh, smells delicious. Mix it up. Let it go for about 45 seconds so it doesn't burn. About 45 seconds later, start adding the meat. Including the fat and add those juices. And mix everything together. And you're going to do this for about a minute or 2, okay? So they mix together nicely. Add some of the smoked paprika. I got about half a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon at the most. Mix it up. You don't need tomato sauce or any of that stuff, by the way. You don't need sazon or whatever. You don't need any of that. Add your beans. Without water or anything. Mix it up a little bit carefully. You don't want total destruction. Look at this beauty. Then you're going to get the broth. From the broth, you're going to add it here. That broth that you used to cook those sausages earlier, that's the broth you're going to use, okay? Don't put the potatoes yet. Put enough as to be on top of the beans. And then you're going to let it cook until those beans are soft, whatever amount of time it takes. But before you do that, let's add some salt, because I know it's going to need it. You can give it a taste if you feel that you need it. I know you need it. Mix it up again. You could have tested with a little spoon to see, but I know you need it. Put it to your taste. And you're going to let this baby cook, okay? Let me try a bean. And the time is going to be based on the beans. They are soft. So what I'm going to do, you remember those potatoes? Got them out. And I'm going to add them. And I'm going to let this cook a little bit longer until those potatoes are fully soft, okay? So it might take a few minutes, not a lot, maybe 5. And I'm going to add some of the cilantro to give it the air smell and flavor. This is optional, by the way. Let me reduce the heat to a couple notches below medium. So let me pinch the potatoes. They're good. You already know the beans are good. Meat is good. Here's the potato, soft, nice. Let me show you something. See those beans, how nice they look. Some little bit extra of the broth. Now when you serve it, you don't have to serve out the broth. It doesn't have to be swimming. Back in the day, due to poverty, you have a lot of broth, like swimming pool with a little bit of beans because you were feeding a lot of people. You were dealing with hurricanes. It was more of a soup, more so than bean stew. But you have to thicken them. And you're actually eating with some of the broth on top of the rice or whatever. This is the way I just cook it. And I like to do this. Let me give it a flavor, a taste. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.